Subscribe to Gizmo Times and get notified about our latest videos by hitting the bell icon. Hey guys, it's Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching a quick gaming review of the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 7 smartphone that's coming with the Snapdragon 660 chipset, Adreno 512 GPU, and this phone has the benchmark score of about 1,44,000 on the Android benchmark. And let's quickly check the other specs of the phone, that is the Adreno 512 that's given here. And this phone has 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB storage, and it's the Cortex A73 CPU, and it can go up to 2.2 gigahertz, and it's not the lower end one that was used on a couple of other phones. This has the 2.2 gigahertz clock speed, and the Realme 2 Pro on the other hand had the 1.8 gigahertz, the same Snapdragon 660, but it had 1.8 gigahertz clock speed. So in this one, let's first play the PUBG Mobile game and check out how good the gaming performance of the phone is. And we'll be playing the game for about 30 to 40 minutes at least to check out how much battery is being used and what's the best temperature that it can go to, and whether it's heating up or not. So before we start, this is the ambient temperature. There's a temperature around. So we are right now in Barcelona, so obviously the temperatures would be a bit cooler than what it was in India. So I don't think the phone might be heating up so much, but still let's check it out. It's 22 degrees Celsius, and there's a new update, so we'll have to wait for a while before playing the game. So before we start, here are the graphic settings. It's balanced and high. You can go to HD and high, not more than that. There's low, medium and high, all of them present here. Under smooth as well, you can go to high. There's not any extreme that you can select, and it's a high frame rate that you can choose. So we are going to HD and high, which is the maximum frame rate that is possible here. And since the phone has a notch on the top, that's a water drop kind of notch, there are options here for the normal rounded corners and notched as well. So under notched, what happens is this area also gets the game, and this small camera area won't annoy while playing, so that's fine. But right now we'll keep it to normal, and let's quickly start a game. The sound output doesn't seem to be very high. It's not good with that. Though most of us prefer playing the game with the earphones, but the speaker output is not that high. But with the graphics output, it doesn't seem to be any slow or lagging so far. It's quite good that way. So one thing that is clear here is that the sound output is not high. It's quite low on the speakers again. With the headphones, we did try it earlier and it was quite okay and good enough. Unlike the Redmi Note 6 Pro where the sound output on the headphones was not that appreciable, but here that is better. But with the speaker output, it's not so good. The speakers are still not so loud, and this is on the maximum output that we are on right now. And to be fair, it won't be a good way of judging the temperature or the heating up of the device because we are in conditions where the room temperature is about 21 degrees, and that is why it won't heat up so much. But still, we'll be checking out how heated up the phone would get after about 30 to 40 minutes of gaming. So far, if you can see, there was still no issue with the gaming performance. The chipset has been doing quite well. Snapdragon 660 obviously is expected to do well, so that is no issue at all. The performance is good. The only thing that we have to still check out is whether it's going to heat up and how is the battery drain as well, because it was 87% when we started playing the game. So we'll check out after some time when the game is about to end on the final amount of battery that is left to check out an average of how much battery is being used here. So right now it's about 15 minutes of gaming that we did, and in that the temperature has gone up to 33, which is not bad at all since it was about 21 to 22 degrees. That was the initial temperature of the device. We are in different conditions from what it was usually, and in India the temperatures usually are about 31, 32 for the phone itself. Here it's about 10 degrees lesser. So with heating, I'm sure there won't be an issue, but we have to check about the battery. And what you just saw is not a lag in the chipset or the GPU. It was the game in-game lag because the ping also went up. That usually happens when there are enemies around, and PUBG has still not fixed up that part of it. Because that lag happens whenever there is some enemy around you and they are approaching towards you or you are approaching towards them. So that lag keeps coming up. So I wish the sound output was better, though it's not right now. I wish it was louder than what it is with the speakers, but that's the case here. It's not that heavy with the sound output. So there are minor lags, not any those kind of lags that would annoy the gameplay or annoy you while playing the game, but it's still noticeable. But these lags won't really change anything while gaming. It's okay with that, and the performance of the phone has been quite good. I will be ending this quick gaming review here. As I said, this is a very quick gaming review, not something that we'll be playing for hours and then checking out the battery. These are conditions where we usually aren't there, but here we are. And if we would have been in conditions, the Indian temperatures where the phones usually heat up faster. So we are not there. So right now we'll be playing the game only to show you the performance of the device. So that's it. Let's end it here, and it's about 33 degrees on the front, and even on the back of the device it's about 37. This is the best temperature that it can go to. From 21 it does seem like something that can get heated up more if you are in conditions where the ambient temperature or the room temperature is about 30 or more than that. But here when it was 22 going to 37, at least says that the phone can get heated up when you play the game for a longer time. So this was about 20 to 25 minutes of gaming, and about 12% of battery, 9% of battery is drained from about almost a game, like 20 minutes. So the battery drain is not so much, but the phone might heat up when you play it in the other conditions, mostly in open areas under the sunlight, or even when there is no AC. So the phone might heat up, but it's not going to be that bad with the battery performance. So this was the gaming review, the quick gaming review of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7 with the Snapdragon 660 and Adreno 512 GPU. So if you have any other questions, or if you want us to do any other reviews with this one, do let me know, and we'll be doing that on the channel. I hope you like this video. If you have any other questions, do let me know, and subscribe to Gizmo for more. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.